Time for round 22 in the A-League men's competition. Big matches coming up this week. It's a grand final rematch. Melbourne Victory hosting Central Coast Mariners and the informed Newcastle Jets playing Auckland FC. The latter leading Auckland FC, who could maybe have one hand on the Premier's plate if they do manage to get the win this weekend. Not long left to go in this regular season. We are sort of heading closer now to the final stretch of regular season games. So let's talk about these matchups. We'd love to get your thoughts and predictions in the comments. Let me know what you think of these matchups heading into this round. It kicks off with Melbourne City, Macarthur FC on Friday evening. Two teams who have spent a lot of time in the top six, but Macarthur FC especially feels like, this season may well be slipping away from them. They were a bit toothless in that 2-0 loss to Sydney FC at home last time out. And of course, I think we really saw how much they miss. I think Valier, not only is he obviously the club's all-time leading goal scorer, but he was a player who got involved in the link-up play quite a lot, and Macarthur barely had any shots in that game. They really struggled to create opportunities, and there's so much pressure now on Harrison Sawyer to lead the line. He hasn't had too much A-League game time this season, and there aren't too many other striking options at Macarthur FC, and coming up against a good side of Melbourne City who have been defensively pretty solid this season, and again, getting more players back from injury. I think it's just been announced that Jonathan Cohen's going to be returning this week as well, so with Tilly, Olecki, Andreas Cohen back in the side now as well. Caputo's been back for the last couple of weeks. This City side is just getting stronger and stronger to finish off the season. I mean, it's suggesting that this will be a win for Melbourne City. I think it's another big test for Macarthur FC to see whether they can really dig deep and put in a big performance here. Yes, they still have Marin Jakalic there. I think Luke Bratton has been solid this season. Jake Holman, Philip Curto is still one of the best goalkeepers in the A-League for me. So it's going to take their top players, really, really stepping up to get a result here in Macarthur FC. But I think Melbourne City will have enough in the end. I think City get the win here in this one. But should be a fun game to kick off the round before Adelaide host Brisbane Roar. A lot of the games this weekend do feel like that they are certainly, one way in terms of predictions, at least, maybe for some of the home teams this weekend. So for Adelaide United coming up against Brisbane Roar, obviously got the Reds who have been, in the top four for a lot of the season, and Brisbane Roar who have just had a disastrous season. Had one of their better performances last week in that 1-1 draw against Victory, a game that they should have won. They should have grabbed a second goal to seal it, but a 1-1 draw with that late equaliser they conceded at the end, which summed up their season. Brisbane Roar, everything's really going wrong for them. It's going to take a huge effort, an enormous effort from Brisbane Roar to get a result away at Cooper Stadium for me. Yes, we have seen a little bit of shakiness from Adelaide at homes at times this season, but look, they're coming off the back of a gutsy sort of result away to Auckland, that 4-4 draw. What a thriller it was. And they just got to, it's looking really tight now when you look at the ladder and how it's looking, towards the top there. It's so, congested. Adelaide are currently third heading into this round. Level on points with Western. Wanderers are just behind. City are there. Victory there. Sydney's there. It's so tight chasing that second spot. And as we know, Auckland, they can't play Champions League football, Asian Champions League football, that is. So that second place is becoming super valuable now for one of the Aussie teams. So Adelaide potentially chasing Champions League football if they can finish second place there. But surely Adelaide are going to win that game. And another team chasing that second spot is Western United, who are currently in that position right now. They've been so impressive this season, Western. I was, of course, saw them in person last week as they defeated my Central Coast Mariners 3-1. Noah Botic is just having the best season ever. Of his career so far, we should say. 10 goals already. Top striker, so dangerous at the moment. Hiroshi Basuki, his strike partner, has been great as well this campaign. Hard-working midfielders in Bozanovsky and Thurgate. Defensively, they're really solid as well. Young Dylan Leonard, we've been talking about him a lot, but he's been great. Wellington Phoenix, another one of these teams who have really disappointed this season, and especially in recent weeks, is really struggling for form. New signing of Chico Giraldez, he's sort of still settling into the side. They do have good plays in that team. Costa Barbarouses is always a threat. But surely this is favouring Western United in this matchup. We did see a draw between these two sides in the opening round of the season. Western at home, surely going to get the win here against Wellington Phoenix. Melbourne Victory, Central Coast Mariners, sort of a similar sort of situation. You've got Victory, who have been good this season, very good, and Central Coast Mariners, who, similar to Wellington Phoenix, had a great season last time out, obviously winning the treble, the mighty Mariners, now struggling this time around. And it feels like for both Wellington and Mariners, this round may well be, the final sort of chance for them. If they aren't able to win this weekend, both of those teams, it feels like that finals will be out of their grasp, I think, for this campaign, unfortunately, for those two teams. So, Melbourne Victory, again, a shaky performance on the weekend. Last weekend against Brisbane Roar, that 1-1 draw. The draw in the Melbourne derby prior to that. So, they'll be eager to get back to winning ways. Grand final rematch, of course, we should mention. And Central Coast Mariners, yes, we did see some improvement against Western. They were creating a lot of chances in that game, but again, just lacking sort of the quality in that final third to take those opportunities when they do create them. Surely this is favouring Melbourne Victory in this game, but Central Coast Mariners just have to go for it in this match, that is for sure. The round finishes up with Newcastle Jets hosting Auckland FC, which is shaping up as the match of the round. Auckland FC, of course, top of the table. They are looking very comfortable at the moment. They are 8 points clear of Western United and Adelaide United, and goal difference is looking pretty nice for them too, 19 when it comes to the GD. Newcastle Jets, they're down at 9th place, 21 points. Have those games in hand. They've only played 17. They had the bye last week, and they've won the last 3 matches. They have put in some really heroic performances in recent rounds, Newcastle Jets. And there is a sense now that this Jets side could be building for a late season charge for finals football, which is something they haven't achieved for many years now, Newcastle Jets. Can they finally break the curse and make the 6? Again, it's going to take a huge effort. But another win here on this weekend against Auckland FC, that would be a real statement. That would be a real statement. If they can beat the top team in the competition in Auckland FC, I think they well and truly are contenders for finals, because they are closing in on that top 6 with games in hand. That's the important thing. 2 games in hand on the likes of Sydney FC, of the likes of Melbourne Victory, West Sydney Wanderers. So, a huge matchup coming up this week for Newcastle Jets, the biggest match of their season so far. But it's, just as big for Auckland FC. It feels like, if they win, we'll see how the other results go for the likes of Western and Adelaide. Auckland win here. If Western and Adelaide, had upset losses and a win for Auckland, they would go 11 points clear at the top, right? 11 points clear, which would surely be too far for any other team to catch them. So another huge opportunity for Auckland FC to really, really close in on that Premier's plate in their inaugural season. They've been incredible to watch. What a story it's been for the A-League men's to have Auckland join the competition and do so well in their first campaign. And I think a win for them this weekend may well secure that Premier's plate. They'll be hard to catch. So that'll be a game to watch for sure on Sunday, Arvo. Huge run of games this weekend. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. And make sure to hit the like button to support the channel here. Stay subscribed for more A-League talk right here with me, Lucky. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. See you in the next one.